What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Film Study for Rookies, episode 1 is the Chiefs Dynasty over. Now, there's different ways you can look at this. You can look across the board and look at the Cowboys, look at the Eagles, look at the Ravens, look at the Bills, right? The potential contenders for the Super Bowl this year. And you look at them, you look at the defense, you're like, ooh, maybe the Chiefs Dynasty isn't over. Or you look at the film room and you say, it's Patrick Mahomes' wash. Does Spags lose it? And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to look at the film because while there was some concerning stuff on offense, I thought Mahomes figured it out. Defensively, I felt like the Chargers, they might have exposed something in that Chiefs defense. Let's jump into this thing. So as we jump to the defense, all right, first thing to look at is Chiefs. All right, they rotate into a cover 3. You see the safety right here. He's going to drop down. McDuffie's going to go right back here. He's got that third right here, and third right here over the top. All right, so play action. Chiefs in a cover 3. Herbert's going to roll out. Dumps off to Quentin Johnson right there. From the 40 to the 50 to the 40, 30, almost 25-yard line. A couple things to look at real quick. The first thing to look at on this play, all right, outside receiver, you're going to see him right here on the post route. Outside receiver over here on the crosser. Now, sometimes in a cover 3 look from the defense, this might actually be a post, right? Because we want to put pressure on the defense. If the middle high safety goes over here towards this post, bang, we're going to push backside of that, right? But instead, all right, the Chargers actually, they run the crosser right there. So we have our post route, and we have our crosser across the middle, and then we're going to send QJ right here, Quentin Johnson on that backside. And essentially, they're just going to flood this cover 3 look. All right, they run the play action. Now, we're going to pause it right here. So like I said before, the Chargers, all right, they're going to flood that right side. So you get your post right there, your crosser, and your underneath drag route right there. But look who's over there. Nobody's over there. Why? They run that play action. Bang, Bolton's going to bite. All right, cover 3 look. He's going to run deep with the guy. So now Herbert has 2 options. All right, you can go to the cross route or just dump it underneath. So you saw the first mistake for the Chiefs when they bit on that play action, right? That's mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 is this right here. You've got between 2 to 3 guys to make a play right here on the 45-yard line. Nobody makes the play. He goes from the 45 all the way down to almost the Chiefs 25 right there. So those were a couple big mistakes on play number 1. Then we jump to play number 2 right here. It's 3rd and 3, and honestly, Herbert had probably 3 or 4 options to go to on this play. All right, this is very similar to what the Chiefs did when Xavier Worthy got hurt, right? They run the mesh concept. Now, this is ideally what's supposed to happen right here, where Quentin Johnson right here, he's going to run underneath Drew right there. Bang, this is going to be wide open. Take a look right here. That's going to be wide open. Herbert also could have gone right here underneath. While Quentin Johnson is going to basically shield Drew Tranquil right here, run it back real quick. The tight end right here is going to do the same thing to Bolton right here. Omarion Hampton's going to come out here. And essentially, man, he's going to be wide open on top of that. So now you're going to have your tight end open, right? Bang. He's going to be open right there, right? Then you have your running back open too. But the crazy part is Justin Herbert doesn't go to either one of those guys. He goes to Quentin Johnston. Why? He runs underneath Drew Tranquil right there, and then bang, sneaks underneath. Trent McDuffie's actually going to trip on Drew right there, as you see, and Quentin Johnston is wide open. The Chiefs defense, it's got a little bit of work to do. Let's keep it going, though, because there's a lot more to look at than just this. Next play we're going to look at right here. Chargers once again. Essentially, they flood that right side. Now, the Chiefs bite, right? They pull that backside guard like, okay, it's a run for sure. Run it back right here. Let's take a look. All right, we're going to motion Matlock over here and then pull that backside guard. And watch the linebackers right here, right? They all come up. They all come up right there, all right? So as the play develops, McDuffie's got to play right here, the bubble screen to McConkey. You can't give McConkey the ball in space, all right? Safety's going to shoot down right here. I think he thinks it's going to be a backside screen over here to the running back. And all that's happening is right here, instead of it being a receiver, it's the tight end. All right, he's going to sneak underneath. Chiefs like, okay, backside guard's pulling. We're going to let the tight end go, right? Let the play develop. He's wide open, all right, because this DB has to pick up Quentin Johnson deep. McDuffie can't let McConkey get it in space. And because that play action works so well, bada bing, bada boom, the Chiefs give up another big play because of a play action, right? Now, this one's more of a read option, but you get where I'm going. Let's take a look at the next one. Right here, you're going to see another common theme. All the Chargers are doing, they're just flooding the left side. All right, that's all they're doing. They're going to take their outside receiver right here. All All right, they're going to push him deep right here. Take a look. So you're going to see right here, ball snapped right here. Bang, outside receivers, taking McDuffie deep. Now, you can see McDuffie's in that trail technique because he's got help over the top, right? He's not trying to man him up like it's a cover zero, right? He's expecting help over the top. So you can see the way he's playing that. If he runs a corner route, McDuffie is going to pick that thing or at least make it incomplete. What you have to worry about right here is what's the look the Chiefs are in? Is it a cover 3 look, right? You're going to see this DB. He's going to drop back right here. He's going to play that middle third. It looks like McDuffie is going to play that third over here. So this DB you would think would come down, right? And he would pick up the corner route. And as that play develops, you're going to see Chiefs once again out of position, right? Flood concept works again. And this was in the first quarter. So as we jump to the second quarter, take a look at what the Chargers do right here. First quarter, we saw the flood concept. Second quarter, you get the dagger concept. And all the dagger is go route over the top and then bang, dig route underneath. And take a look right here. All right. Once again, they run the fake. Herbert's going to drop back. Look how much time he has, right? That's one thing that we haven't talked about yet, right? So they run the fake. So let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. At 4 seconds, you can see he's not even releasing it. He's not even in a throwing motion. And you see the Chargers got exactly what they wanted, right? Potentially a cover 4 look, though it could have been a cover 2 man, potentially. I'm not really sure how the Chiefs are playing it. I'm sure there's some type of match concept right here. But you can see DB right here. He's telling somebody to pick up McConkey, but that's not going to work because outside DB, he's going to run with Quentin Johnson right there, all right? And Herbert, after what, 6 seconds? After 6 seconds, he's wide open, right? Run that back real quick. Let's take a look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 seconds, right? And he was nowhere near getting hit. As you can see, man, the Chiefs, they got some work to do, right? So flood concept first quarter, second quarter, dagger concept. And now we jump to the third quarter. Spags decides to switch it up. He's going man coverage. And look what happens right here. Now, this one isn't on the DB right here, all right, on the cornerback. It's more or less on the safety. It's a cover 1 hole, all right? 3rd and 15, you're guarding the sticks. Now, with that being said, the Chiefs did make the stop right here. But take a look. This DB, he's going to give the outside receiver inside release. Take a look right here. He's giving him inside release. Why? Because he's expecting help right there. But run it back real quick. Take a look at this. This DB isn't even really looking at Herbert. If he was looking at Herbert right here, this ball's picked off. And you can see from the jump, right, Herbert's going to look to the right, bang, gets that DB to bite, and he goes backside right away, right? Now the Chiefs, they did make a stop right there, 4th and 1, but the Chargers would convert. But you see where I'm going? A lot of mental mistakes. And then we jump to this play right here. Third quarter, 3 minutes left. Cover 1 once again. They just look lost, right? That secondary, it looks lost. Now, the defensive line wasn't getting a ton of pressure either, right? Let's run this one back real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.5 seconds. And you start to get a little pressure right there on that backside from Karlaftis. You're going to see right there. Starting a little bit of pressure. But 4.5 seconds, all right? And once again, dagger concept. Cover 1 look. Bang. Push that DB and that safety back. Dig route underneath. Bada bing, bada boom, right? And you're going to see right here on the Chargers on this dagger concept. So not only does Herbert have 4.5 seconds, the safety right here, he's going to shoot up on that play action, and then he's lost right here. Right? You got McConkey running open. Dagger concept, bang over the top, like we talked about before. Dig underneath. I mean, the Chiefs secondary, it just looks lost for some reason. And then right here kind of proved, and I can't tell if they're running man coverage or was a cover 2 look. Right, run it back real quick. This one I think goes to Keenan Allen right here. DB right here, he's going to play McConkey at the line, right? So take a look right here. He's going to play McConkey. And then he turns and he runs back like he's supposed to pick up Keenan Allen this whole time. I can't tell if that was the case or not, right? Because you have a 2 high look right here. Was it supposed to be a cover 3, right, where McDuffie drops back? Or was the DB right here, was he supposed to be playing this right here, kind of an inverted cover 3 on that left side? Like I said, the Chiefs secondary, it looks lost. So after watching this and seeing Mahomes kind of figure it out in the second half, right, but the defense couldn't get a stop, I don't think the dynasty run is over. But if the Chiefs don't figure out the secondary, and figure out how to generate a little bit more pressure, Chiefs fans might start to worry. But you go back from this play and look at the next one with Chris Jones giving up contain on that 3rd and 14, letting Herbert run for 17 yards, right? A lot of mental mistakes. And it's week 1, right? It's in Brazil. Now those are excuses if we're being honest. So with that being said, that's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have enjoyed episode 1. Stay tuned. More content coming soon. If there's any other content you want to see moving forward, drop it in the comments. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Peace.